this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. No cheating in self-development. No cheating in self-development. Before I go further, let me give a shout out to Cousin T-Tar, your baby mama's favorite cousin. Yeah. Let me give a shout out because he had actually mentioned that in a statement he made on his Patreon. And y'all need to check his Patreon out. I'll put a link in the description box for his Patreon. And also, I'm gonna definitely put a link for my Patreon because I'll be giving y'all some stuff there. I go way further than I go here. But anyway, he had made a statement and I saw the statement. I said, you know what, I'm gonna do a video on that and I'm gonna give him a shout out. But there's no cheating in self-development. Now, if anything, think about, I want y'all to think about something. My main thing is self-development. That's my main thing. Self-development, self-improvement, whatever you want to call it. It's about becoming better. Whatever you are, because apparently whatever you are at this point isn't working. If it was working, you probably wouldn't be checking out this channel. Or if you were checking out this channel anyway, it was just to co-sign what you're doing. But let's be real, a lot of guys out here need to self-develop physically, mentally, spiritually, on different levels. I'm gonna tell you what, you can't cheat it. You can't pretend. Like if you need to develop your body, you need to practice body game. You can't pretend like you're doing it. You can't say, oh, I'm working on my body and stuff. Shoot, people can see that. People can see that. You got to go in the gym. You got to work out. You got to work out. You got to get in there. You got to do some sweat. You got to do some straining. Shoot, you got to do some stuff. You can't cheat it. You could try to cheat it, but it's not going to get your body to where it's going to be. And that's just one part. If you're talking about mentally and spiritually, you can't cheat that. You can't say, oh, I got this. No, you don't. Your mindset is going to reflect on in your life. If you actually doing some work, if you actually doing some stuff on yourself mentally, you're not going to live the same life you living. You can't cheat it. There ain't no shortcuts. See, yeah, I'm going to tell you one of the things that annoys me is when guys will hit me up every now and then and say, well, what can I say to them? What word can I say? And I know they're looking for a shortcut. I was like, there ain't nothing you can say to the woman that's going to make her all of a sudden fall for you. You got to work. You got to work. You got to practice talking to them. And really, before you even get to them, you need to work on yourself. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. You got to work on yourself. You got to deal with your issues. Why is it that you having problems getting with women? You know, if 20 women reject you, it ain't the women. Some guys try to get the women and everything. No, it's not the women, it's you, because you're the only thing they had in common. Okay, so what are you doing? Are you having trouble talking to them? Are you nervous? Do you get nervous around like some beautiful woman? Because, you know, most guys want a beautiful woman. Okay, so what are you doing? Are you talking to beautiful women? Are you dealing with the issues that's making you work? That's making, no, not work, but making you nervous around them? Because you do have to work. You do have to work. Are you dealing with the issues that's preventing you from working? How about that? What are you doing? You got to do something because apparently whatever you're doing isn't working. You know, you got to work on yourself physically. You got to work on your attraction. If you're trying to get women, you got to work on your attraction. So you got to work on yourself physically, but then you got to work on your conversation with them. You got to work on how you being with them. You got to work on different houses of the man. You got to work on being more protective. You got to work more on your logic and your rational thinking so you can see ahead. You know, you might have to work on like making more money. Now, let me be clear, money, I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, and I talked about that last week. Money alone is not going to do it, but you still have to have it because women, see, one thing with women, They looking at you holistically. You might be just looking at the woman's body, her breastises, her butt dunk, her legs, her leggies. We don't go beyond that in most cases, most men, especially younger men, but they looking at every single thing, you know? I'm famous for talking about a man's shoes. Hey, you might have to change your shoe style. You might have to change your clothing style, but you can't cheat it. You got to work. Even some guys try to like show some stuff on the surface. Women will be like, women can see past that, first of all, because they're going to see it in your body language. Because one thing, if you really self-developing, it's going to hit you subconsciously. If you're working on self-improving yourself, it's going to hit you subconsciously. And women can see that. Shoot, some men can see that. You can't fake it. You can't fake it. Like you get some guys be trying to fake it till they make it. Women can see right through that. So why you want to even try that? Why you even want to go there? Nah, you got to like do some actual work. You got to put in some sweat equity. You got to do the things that you need to do to make it to that level. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. You got to do the work. And I've talked about that several times before. You got to do the work. And you might not think, you know, you get some guys, they like, well, I just want them to accept me as I am. Yeah, good luck with that. Is that working for you? Seriously, is that working for you? You got to ask yourself that. No, you got to do the work. Now, here's something even more. You're not even trying to do it just for the women. Because if you self-developing, if you self-improving, if you making yourself better, it's for your own edification. It's for your life. You shouldn't want to live the way you live. How many men out here are watching this video and they living the life they want to live? How many want to be in a better house, making more money? You know, just having a better life, just being more happier. You need to do it for yourself. Because then when you do it for yourself, the women going to see that. Because then when you're doing it on whatever your calling is in life, your mission, the women who will come to you will be those who will be in cooperation to your operation. The women who are going to naturally support you. And I've told a lot of guys that, I'm telling y'all that you want to make it to the point that whatever you doing, the women that come to you, the women that find you attractive, the women who are going to be in cooperation with your operation, they fit right in. But in order to get to that level, you have to get to a certain point. You have to get to a certain point. And that's what you should want. But you can't just sit around and you can't fake the funk. You can't cheat in it. You got to do the work. We're starting with your body. You got to do the work. Your style, your signature, how you dress, you got to do the work. Your mindset especially, you got to do the work. Your spirit, that's the same as your mind. You got to do the work. It's no cheating in self-development. I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to really think about that, all right? And then check out my Patreon, check out Cousin T-Tall's Patreon, all right? So that's all I have for today. Y'all know the deal. You know, keep rising, all that good stuff, all right? Now I get back with y'all. Well, not today. Y'all know I'm going to do a car video. I keep saying every now and then, I'll say today, knowing I'll do a car video or something. Sometimes I don't do a car video. Yeah, never know. Never know. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.